What a finish it was to the U.S. Open.
Another epic up and down at Pinehurst for a U.S. Open championship. Bryson DeChambeau now has 2, the second at number 2.
How about that roar from the crowd at Pinehurst number 2 as Bryson DeChambeau ends up finishing off a roller coaster of a round, came in as the leader entering the final round of play. And you sat there, you saw the lead just kind of dwindle away. And then on 15, Rory McIlroy had a 2-stroke lead heading into the final push of the U.S. Open. And he goes 3 over par in the final 4 holes.
Is that good?
At Pinehurst.
I mean, for me, it's good.
No, it is not. It is not. And it was a choke of epic proportions by Rory McIlroy. We saw guys struggle across this course time and time again, but Rory's was different. It wasn't the nature of the course in it being baked out and it being hard and spraying it, because everybody was doing it. It came down to the clutch nature of finishing off a major championship. 496 of 496. That was Rory McIlroy's run of putts inside of 4 feet.
Is that good?
He was 29 of 29.
Oh,
I think that's
crap.
what it was. It was like 29 of 29 at the tournament, like at the U.S. Open inside 4 feet. And he missed 2 of them. 2 of them in that final stretch that ended up dooming his round. That right there is the difference between ending your decade-long streak of major hiccups and not winning a major. You make one of those. Just one of them.
And you're fine.
And you're giving yourself a chance in a playoff.
Mm-hmm.
You make both of them, you are the U.S. Open champion. And Bryson DeChambeau made shots down the stretch and made incredible shots.
That bunker shot was otherworldly. When he hit it, I thought he got too much of it because of how much sand came up and the sound it made. I was like, oh no, he skied it. And then it just lands like it had wings on it.
Yeah. I read this earlier, but this comes from Larry Stagner, who's a Golf Pro Stats guy. Bryson's bunker shot on 18 was from 55 yards. He hit it to 3 feet 11 inches. The chances of hitting it inside 4 feet was 1.7%. One of the greatest clutch shots in golf. Two things can be equal. You can have a situation where Rory choked it away and Bryson ended up grappling that championship back into his favor, because that's what you saw on 18 alone. When DeChambeau goes so far left, I was like, is that luxury suite on 18? Is that in the way of his view? He has a tree root and a branch hanging over him. An odd stance. His caddy's like, we don't get relief here. I mean, like, the root goes in front of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
An incredibly tough shot. And then he skids it out and gets a ton of it. And everybody's like, oh, well, yeah, it looks like we're going to a playoff. He went into the bunker. And then that ability,
shot.
that scramble, and he was scrambling all tournament long because his driver was a mess.
Well, I mean, did you see the clip of him? Was it at the 13th when he goes back and forth with the gallery? Please don't boo me, guys.
Yeah.
And he puts his driver away and lays up and goes 8-iron off out of the tee box because of exactly that.
It was he was brutal on that drive on 18 was. I mean, I've done that. There's not a lot of shots I have in my bag that are a pro golf shot. That far left, I've done it. I've been there.
Did you catch the clip from earlier in the week on Bryson trying to speed him up?
No. Trying to speed who up?
The pace of play. The timer on the tee box was giving Bryson crap about keeping it going, but the group in front of him was still on the green. He looks back at him and goes, You put me on the clock still? Yeah, okay, cool. Because they're still on the green. Like it was a little weird. There was just a couple little weird instances that popped up with Bryson this week.
I don't know if I've seen anybody who has had a shift in
More positively.
the public perception of him than Bryson DeChambeau has in the last year.
Mhm.
He was, I mean, we think of like, everybody's like, oh, the live thing. Like people turned on him because people were turning on him way before live.
Yeah.
Because remember, he would hit a bunker shot. And remember when he got pissed off at a cameraman because he was in the bunker. He's like, oh, what, you only want to film my bad shots? You're never around when I shoot the good ones. And the camera's like, dude, I'm behind you like all the time. It doesn't matter where you are. I will be here like zooming in on a tight shot because you're one of the best golfers in the world, right? Like he had that. He did not get it. He didn't understand what comes with being a star. And we see this in all sports and it kind of crosses over, but it takes a really long time for people to acknowledge it and see it. It's crazy to say this, but like YouTube may have saved Bryson DeChambeau's career. Because the YouTube shorts and remember the weird bicep curls where everybody's like roasting him at the beginning, like, dude, you're not even doing anything. You're just throwing weight around and you're probably going to hurt yourself doing that. It went from that to actually he puts out entertaining content, connects and engages with his fans, and has created new fans in that way. And he has kind of taken that in like the kind of dabbling online, and he's doing it with the galleries now, and he's doing it in person. And, you know, whether it was Rory signed a ball and flipped it to the kid in the wheelchair. Bryson walks right by, signs his hat on the way by. The Bryson DeChambeau at the PGA when he threw the ball to the kid and the adult grabbed it and he's like, hey,
give it to the kid.
Get back here. And then it kind of culminated with him in that shot yesterday where he just goes, yeah, let's go. And he's engaging with the crowd in the bleachers.
Airmailed that ball into the crowd too. And I think somebody dropped it. He was like, having some fun. And then what I thought was really interesting was how many people he had there supporting him. Like the Bryson DeChambeau group.
Yeah.
The number of bro hugs was in the dozens before he got to the clubhouse to sign his card.
And that to me it's awesome to see because we are in a world now where we just want to like knock people down. And like Bryson DeChambeau is proof that no, you can pick yourself up if you're just not going to play the victim the entire time, right? You can be proactive in your image, in what you say. And I think a lot of people have turned on Rory McIlroy because of the fact that, you know, whether it was live or him just kind of being pouty and whiny about how the PGA has treated their players, which a lot of people do agree with Rory McIlroy on that one who are on the tour. But at the same time, you sit there and you go, all you do is just sound like you're whining and complaining. And then after it's over, for him to just deuces, I'm out. I don't like the way that all went down. I mean, people were like, "Did you see what Bryson did at the PGA to Xander? Like he was there and he gave him a bro." Bryson DeChambeau did not melt down like Rory McIlroy did.
Nor does he have a decade of it chasing him.
Yeah, this was like Rory's meltdown was.
It's one of the worst.
It's still not like Jean Van de Velde, right? But it's Greg Norman. It's Rory himself at the Masters melting down.
Oh, this is something that we talk about it throughout the rest of his career.
It will be one that people will never forget. Rory going 3 over on the final 4 holes when you have a 2-stroke lead in a major championship and everything was going your way. And you miss, and it wasn't like you missed a UNLV in the course, you know, fought back against you and it was unfair. No, the guy who did it made the shots and you didn't.
Yeah. And one of yours was a 4-footer.
And so 2 of them were inside of 4 feet. The last one was a tough putt. Like it was not an easy putt. The one before that, though, you just got to throw your hands up and be like, man, you may just not have it between the ears to win because you saw the pressure mounting. I thought they noted it on the broadcast. And right when they said it, I go, this is going to break Rory. This will break Rory. Because on 17, Rory goes over the green and he has to scramble back and he ended up I think parring that hole on the par 3. He had a great shot. I go, if Bryson sticks this though, Rory might melt down because they mentioned you can see from the 18 tee box, it's right next to the 17 green, so you can see exactly what everybody else is doing. Yeah. And when Bryson hit it tight, I was like, oh, or not even hit it tight. Put it on, and it was like, no, he's going to be right here.
Yeah.
And you have to make shots on 18. I said he might melt down, and I didn't think it would happen that way, though.
They said basically the whole back 9 that Rory or Bryson, basically whoever was up next, had to wait till the other person had their shot just in case they heard a big uproar in their backswing or like even into their downswing. So from basically hole 10 on, they were just like, okay, when is Bryson going to shoot? Okay, Bryson shot, now I can shoot. When's Rory going to shoot now? So it almost built up even worse in their heads than if they were playing with each other, because you can't really build on any momentum of like, all right, I know my partner's going to shoot and then I can shoot and I'm shooting well so I can continue to build. And that's might have what got to Rory as well.
Yeah, I think that we're just seeing Rory McIlroy. This may be one that we see it with golfers, we see it with professional athletes all the time. I mean, this could be like a longer looming loss than just this week. It could be moving forward. How well does he play? Does he kind of melt down? There's been a lot going on in Rory's life too. You know, we found out this week that divorce off, back together, happily married. You know, there's been a lot going on, dude. I would not be surprised one bit if we saw Rory be a different golfer for a long time.
Until he can settle it out.
Yeah. Yep. One thing I did love.
Excruciating short misses for McIlroy coming down the stretch.
USA! USA! USA!
We actually have some news on that.
USA! USA! That was, I love that it was like, I don't even really like Bryson DeChambeau all that much, but you know what I love? America. And Rory's not American. I'm going to go USA. I did think it was a little classless when Rory missed his putt that they were chanting USA. Didn't like that. But I love the fact that everybody's just like, America. We are going to be chanting USA as Bryson is charging down the stretch because why not? You know, why not just give a good USA chant anytime you can?
Made me $100 richer.
Oh, you bet on Bryson, huh?
I bet on him on Wednesday.
Do we know what the line was on Bryson when he went down 2 strokes? When he was down 2, I wonder what number you could have gotten Bryson at.
Probably plus 800, I would imagine. Probably right in there.
Yeah,
on Wednesday I got him at 20-1. So I would assume kind of in that ballpark.
That's
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I bet we were hovering right around like plus 340. 340 is a number that I saw him at for a little bit, but yeah, that was an
2 and
epic.
2 to go though. That's tough.
No, it was 2 with 5.
Oh, it was 5
yeah,
to go.
2 with 5 to go, and then Rory went down the stretch. Hell of a golf tournament though, and really entertaining drama down the stretch. But now
I cared about golf though.
We did care.
That was
about
the thing
golf.
is like I cared about golf.
Yeah,
first time in a while.
Which is great for the game. And there's a lot more that we can unpack from this, including Rory McIlroy taking off early, and the media reaction to that was absolutely ridiculous.